All right, welcome. You were listening to Brightheart 360. And for today's story, I wore my special necklace that my sister made for me. This thing is awesome. I love this. All right, so today I would like to share a story that was originally told about a lion cub, but because I live in North America and the bear has special significance to the Shoshone people, I decided to use that instead because that's the people that I come from. All right, and the bear always had a special place with me, always has. So with that said, the story is called The Half-Starved Bear Cub. One day, a full-grown grizzly bear was walking through a meadow when he came across a half-starved bear cub grazing with a group of rabbits. The bear approached the cub and the rabbits run away. But being so weak, the bear cub is easily caught by the grizzly. And the grizzly asks the half-starved cub, "Why are you eating grass?" And the bear cub in a trembling voice says, "Because I'm a rabbit, that's what we eat." And then the grizzly says, "You are a bear, not a rabbit." And in denial, the half-starved cub says, "I'm a rabbit because I've always been a rabbit," quickly losing his temper as bears do. He grabs the half-starved cub by the scruff and takes him over to a lake and shows him his reflection in the water. "See, look, you are a bear, not a rabbit." The half-starved bear cub can't believe his eyes and he says, "But I'm a rabbit, and I've always been." The grizzly then sets the cub down and quickly catches a fish and throws it to the cub. "Eat, for this is what bears eat, flesh, meat." But the cub refuses in disgust. The grizzly then rips a piece of flesh off the salmon and forces it into the bear cub's mouth. At first, the bear cub gags and spits out some of the flesh, for he has never tasted flesh or blood. But the cub manages to swallow some of the meat and is instantly nourished. He feels some energy flowing through his malnourished and half-starved body for once in his life. "See, you are a bear, not a rabbit. That is why you were starving, living on grass. You were not properly nourished. Come with me, for there is more for me to show you in the ways of the bear." And the bear cub, now nourished, follows the grizzly into the mountains to begin his journey to becoming a powerful bear. The end.
Cool story, bro.
So you may be asking yourself, all right, well, so what's the meaning of this story? And why, once again, is Bry wasting my time with when I have things to do, places to go, grown-up things to do? I don't have time for these childish stories, right? So you have to remember this. And this is why I keep going back to these stories, using animals as the archetypes, is because that's how these lessons were taught. They're not just native culture, but human culture in whole, where we taught the next generation through stories, using sometimes factual characters, but also fictional characters, mythological characters, classic archetypes, such as the bear being a teacher and a guide, as well as others. And so that's what this story is basically teaching. And the old grizzly bear represents the teacher. He's coming to the student who is half starved of wisdom and knowledge, as most are. We're drowning in information, but we're starved for wisdom, as Tony Robbins says. So, and that's basically what the story means. The old grizzly bear represents the teacher. He is there to teach this student, represented by the half-starved bear cub, and give him wisdom. At first, the bear cub, it's interesting because he refuses the knowledge initially and doesn't want it. In fact, he chokes on it and gags on it and is repulsed by it. But over time, he learns to accept it and consume some of it because he actually feels the nourishment and the truth of it. He knows this is life-changing. And that's why in the end, he follows the old grizzly bear into the mountains, which represents, elevating, becoming your higher self. Mountains are a very spiritual place, which is why I'm always actually in the mountains. If I'm not here doing this or working my job, I'm up in the mountains. I just love that. I just love being up there. Every time I come on here and I share these stories, insights, or my own personal experiences, things I've learned, and that I want to share. I feel like I'm sharing little morsels of nourishment for anyone who may be starving for, wisdom in the sea of information out there that we're just always overwhelmed with now. And that's why I do what I do. All right. So with that said, I hope you found some nourishment in this story. I hope it helps you out in your day. I hope it helps you out in your week, and better yet, in your life. All right. So until next time, you have been listening to and watching Bry Harden 360.